Hello, my friends. Welcome back. So I figured today we would try some shared reading instead of doing math because we haven't gotten a chance to practice that skill at all yet, or that subject at all yet. So moms and dads, this is a message for you first because reading looks much different in kindergarten than it does in some of the other grades. So let me tell you a little more about shared reading. I sent some of this information home in the packet on the last day of school before we left for the break, but it's always good to kind of have a conversation about it. So shared reading in kindergarten really doesn't have a ton to do with the student physically reading. The books are way beyond what their level is to be able to decode and read the words. That's what phonics is for. That's why we do the lesson that we did earlier, and we do that every day. Shared reading is more of a time to practice these standards of understanding and comprehending the text. So in shared reading, we've been working on skills like character and setting, visualizing, retelling the story from the beginning to the middle to the end, things like that. More skills that it's very teacher-led or you at home, mom or dad-led, that as you're reading, the student's able to kind of master that skill in order to comprehend the text. So I do not have any of my resources here of our books that we read at school, but I found one that I do have, and my friends, it's called Little Pip and the Rainbow Wish. That reminds me of a book that we were actually going to be reading really soon called Bringing Down the Moon. So we are going to look at this together today. And just for today, our focus is going to be characters and setting because this is a familiar skill that a lot of my friends were working on to master before we left for our break. So normally at school, we read the same book for 2 to 3 days. You are welcome to do this at home too. Find a book, and it doesn't have to be at bedtime because that's more of a read aloud time. We're not really looking to gain a skill during that time. Find a book that has kind of some meaty information in it or something that lends itself to making sense because sometimes books just don't. Dr. Seuss really isn't a good one for this. That's more of a book just about rhyming. It doesn't really have like a plot or a climax or anything like that. So when we choose a book, we focus on a skill a day. So while we might discuss a little bit as we read about the other parts of the book that are important, this one lends itself really strongly to problem and solution. We'll do that on Monday. We use the book to practice the different skills. And this helps our students too as they become familiar with the text to even maybe be able to read it a little bit and recall the information that we worked on the day before. So for today, we're just focusing on characters and setting. Now, my friends, show moms and dads what the sign is that we use for character. It's in sign language, what the word character is in sign language. Show them. So I have my C, I'm going to put it on my chest, and I'm going to rub it in a circle. So when we're in the classroom and I'm reading, and we know that the skill is characters and setting, and it's characters, and a character pops up, my friends go like this on their chest. And that tells me, okay, they know what it is, and they know what the character is, and then I call on friends, and they can tell me the characters that they see. So at home today, as I am reading, if you see a character and a new character, you just rub your chest to give me the sign. Will I be able to hear you? No, but I'm making a good guess that my smart friends at home know exactly what to do. So let's sing the characters and setting song. And then for setting, we'll talk about that a little bit later. So what's the character song? We do this one all the time. Goes like this. The people are the characters. The people are the characters. The people are the characters, or even dogs or cats or birds. Tweet, tweet. Now let's do setting. The setting is just where they are. The setting is just where they are all together. The setting is just where they are, like in a house or in their car. Beep, beep. We'll save the other part of the song for later on. So we know that characters are the people, the animals, the made-up characters, whatever the author decides to use in a story. So I'm looking at this text, and my friends, do you think, just from seeing the cover, it is fiction or nonfiction? The title's called Little Pip and the Rainbow Wish. I hope that you were thinking it's fiction. And how would my brain know that? How would I know? It's because I see illustrations. Now, not all the time are fiction stories illustrations. Sometimes informational texts have illustrations too. But I think this is a fiction story, and as we read, we'll know more if it is or not. So our focus today is characters and setting. This is a first read, so you don't know anything about this book unless you have it at home. So as we read today, if you notice a character pop up on your chest, and then I'm going to lead you through setting, okay? We've worked on this skill a lot, so it shouldn't be too tricky. Little Pip and the Rainbow Wish by Elizabeth Bagley, illustrated by Carolyn Pedler. And the author is the person that wrote the words. The illustrator is the person that drew the pictures. Little Pip and the Rainbow Wish. Oh, there's no title page. Pip was watching Millie and Spike playing puddle splashing and dodge the raindrop. Pip wanted to join in, but he was shy and couldn't think of a way to ask. Now, I'm hoping at home you're going like this, you're going like this, you're going like this. Why? Because I see characters. So, I heard the names Pip, I heard the name Millie, and I heard the name Spike. Now, I'm going to listen to the details, and I would ask if we were at school, how do you know who was who? So let's read again. Pip was watching Millie and Spike playing puddle splashing and dodge the raindrop. So these two mice look like they're playing to me. So one must be Millie and one must be Spike. Pip wanted to join but was shy and couldn't think of a way to ask. I see a little mouse over here and he looks like he's hiding. So I think this must be Pip. Think I'm right? Do you agree? Me too if you agree. All right, let's keep going. Pip watched as Spike and Millie wiggled and whooped around a dandelion seed. Just at that moment, any new characters? Nope, it's the same three mice. A shining rainbow lit up the clouds. It would be a perfect present for Millie and Spike. They could slide down it and make a tent under its colors, and he would be their friend. But the rainbow was so far away. Now I'm going to pause here a little to talk about the setting. Remember, we said the setting is just where they are. So if you've looked at the illustrations as we're reading, where are they? Shout it out. Where are the characters? I hope that you said they're outside. It looks like maybe they're in a field. Now, we also learned recently that setting is not just where, but it's also the time. So do you think this is morning or night? My guess is morning. And I know some of my friends would make a connection and they would say, I know it's morning too because I can see this beautiful rainbow. And that can't happen at night, right? So that tells us it's morning too. All right, let's keep going. Too high to reach on the tip of his paws, too far away to catch with a bendy stick. And his bounce was just not bouncy enough. So our character Pip, he's trying to get the rainbow. Is he going to get it? I don't think so. No matter what he tried, the rainbow was very, very up. And Pip was very, very down. Any new characters? Nope. And sometimes that happens in stories. We're just going to pay attention to the characters we see. But I can see Millie and Spike over here. Looks like they're in a puddle. And Pip looks very sad. What are you doing? Asked Millie, who had stopped playing to watch. Pip's tail blushed to its very tip. I wanted to catch the rainbow, said Spike. We'll help. Now, I know for sure, 100%, this is fiction. Do mice talk? No. So we know that it's fiction, these characters in this fictional story. Any new ones? Nope. Has the setting changed? Nope. They're still outside, looks like in a field in the grass, and they're still the same three mice that we got introduced to in the beginning. This is kind of cool how the author chose to draw, or the illustrator chose to draw this. Spike clambered onto Millie's shoulders. Come on, Pip, he called. We need you too. And he swung Pip right up to the top of the mouse tower. But then Pip began to wobble. The tower began to sway. Any new characters? Nope, same three mice. And they all fell into a jumbly mouse heap. We could just wish for the rainbow, Pip said quietly. So together they wished into the sky, but the rainbow stayed right where it was. Any new characters? Nope, the same 3 mice, and they're still outside. And boys and girls, I don't know if you can see, it looks like it's raining. It's been raining the whole time. Then Millie picked up the dandelion. Who wants to fly to the rainbow, she asked. Me, cried Pip, suddenly not shy at all. The wind scooped him up so high that he could almost touch the rainbow. Do you think he's going to get there? We can make a prediction. Is he going to make it to the rainbow? I don't know. He reached out his paws, but the seeds began to fall from the dandelion, one by one by one, and Pip sank slowly back to the earth. Now, some of my friends get clever, and they might say, hey, look, over here, that's a character. But do we know anything about this little bee guy that's floating around in the picture? No, and we don't hear anything about him either in the word, so he is not a character. I didn't catch the rainbow, said Pip sadly. You were very brave, said Millie, hugging him. It was very nice. And at that very moment, the rainbow melted away and was gone. Don't go, begged Pip. Don't worry, said Spike. But I needed it, sniffed Pip, to give you and Millie so that you would be my friends. But we are your friends, said Millie. Who needs presents anyway, said Spike. Any new characters? Nope. So this story has the same 3 characters throughout the whole thing, and that's totally okay. Has the setting changed? I did notice it kind of stopped raining, but it's still during the day, and they're still outside. Oh, notice something. Then off they raced all together, hopping and splashing from puddle to puddle, until the night sky burst into a brilliant sparkling of stars. I noticed something about the setting. What did you notice? They're still outside, but is it daytime anymore? No, it's nighttime. So has the setting changed? Yup, it has changed to be the nighttime. So I still see our same 3 characters, Millie, Spike, and Pip, and they look so happy together. But now it's changed to a night sky. Now, moms and dads, if we were at school, I would ask how they know, all kinds of other details that goes along with this. And that is the end. So I'll tell you what, we will read this again together on Monday because we don't have anything tomorrow or Sunday. It's the weekend. We'll look at this again together and we'll focus on a different strategy. Today was characters and setting. I think on Monday, we'll talk about problem and solution, which is a newer skill. So tell me the characters, or actually tell mom or dad. Pause for a second. Tell them who the characters were in our story today. Pause me. Okay, you're back. Hopefully you said the characters, and a strategy is always to look back in the book if I need to, were Pip, Millie, and Spike. And if we wanted to, we could even draw that. Might make a chart that shows the characters. Now, what about the setting? Tell mom or dad, pause me and tell them, what was the setting of the story? Okay, you're back. The setting was, the whole time it was outside, but we did say it changed from being the day. Well, that's that sideways page. The day for most of the story, until we get to the very end, and it changed to be the night. So remember, setting is where the story takes place, but it's also the time. So in this one, it was morning, and at the very end, it changed to night. All right, let's sing that characters and setting song one more time before you leave me for the day. The people are the characters. The people are the characters. All together, the people are the characters. Or even dogs or cats or birds. Tweet, tweet. Now let's do setting. The setting is just where they are. The setting is just where they are. The setting is just where they are, like in a house or in their car. Beep, beep. Nice job today. Kiss your brain. So today we worked on characters and setting. We're going to take a look at this text again on Monday, and we'll work on a different strategy. You guys have been wonderful. I'm so glad you tuned in to see me today. I still miss you so, so much. I will see you tonight for a bedtime story. Hopefully everything's working and I can put that on before you head to bed tonight. So I will see you later. Mwah.